And just so that they can get a really good audio level on you, we're going to have you say and spell your name.
Oh, my name is Mildred Hawkins, and it's MILDREDHAWKINS.
It seems like this is such a tight-knit community. How many people here do you think that you're related to?
Oh my, all of them, I think. There's really four of there was the Coxes and the Baileys and the Hendrickses and the Domingos. And they were the sisters. Well, there's more sisters, but a lot of these kids that we would grow up with are our cousins, and they went to our school, our little Arashtaville school up there, and so they've been here with us for quite a while. So the regular families like that was here, and of course they all had big families, because we had 13 in our family, and I think a lot of our others had, so we've got a big family. Like the Days, they're our first cousins, and the Baileys, and so we've got, and Wilsons, like Auntie Ruth, she's our oldest aunt that is living here, and now, so, but I was born and raised right up here on the Rancheria, of course, and went to school up to the 8th grade in our little country school up on the hill there. I mean, not on the hill, but we had to walk to school every morning, and we used to have 6 feet of snow here, and we would have to walk to school in that. And we had a sty that my dad had built, up and over the big fence, the barbed wire fence. So we'd go up that and down, but we'd have to walk. Nowadays, boy, they got a ride down here to catch a bus. So, but it's and then we'd walk to town, and like I said, we did a lot of walking when we were. Of course, we roamed these hills all over the place. Go up and pick pine nuts, and pick up the acorns. And the old Indians, they had the trees. They had big oak trees, and they would put once they spotted a good tree, they would put a kind of like a staff on it, and everybody knew that was their tree to pick up their acorns. But now we just wherever we see them, we can pick them up now, and which is what I was into. I was would crack and clean the acorns and everything, and I'm teaching my grandson now to do it, which he's done all that we got on the side there. He's cracked, and he's teaching the other kids to do it. And I cooked. We had a preschool here, so I cooked for a preschool here. We had about 40 kids, and we had a preschool here, and I cooked for them for 8 years, and all these little kids that now they're grown up, married, and but yeah, I done a lot of cooking too. I mean, for them. Of course, I had a big family too, so I'd obviously cook a lot anyway. But
the traditional way of preparing anything with the acorns were done over hot rocks. Is that correct?
Well, yeah. My mom used to. They'd pound it we'd clean it, and then my mom would go out and pound it on a rock. But nowadays, and she had the regular basket that once you get the shells off, and there's a red, it's like a peanut, the red cover on it, and she would use one of these baskets to shake it out, and she would have us kids all whistle, and the wind would blow, and she would do all that, but like I said, the last few years I've been doing it with a box, what do you call it, a beer flat, and I'd go out in the backyard, but I use a hair dryer to blow. modern way. And so I got to do that. Had to learn how to get that the stuff all off. So I'd have it in my front yard. I'd set it out on the table after I got it all clean or cracked, and set it out there and let it dry. Then I'd run water over it and in the sun, and that would heat it up where all the red stuff would come off. Easy. And but then I had to put a sheet over it at night, because the deer would come right up in my front yard and eat my acorn. They'd still come around in my yard, but yeah, I had 4 or 5 deer that would come up every morning, and I'd do using the hair dryer to blow the stuff off in the backyard, so the deer would be back there too. So I'd have to run them off all the time, but I had to crack about a 50-pound sack of acorn, which we're still doing all. But like I said, my grandson is doing that, which is great.
We're going to pause for them for tape and for sound.